So, all engines go. Touchy subject, innit? Many moons ago, when this fucking shambles came out, I got several comments, as did everyone, asking what my thoughts were on this fucking thing. But I just completely avoided it, and the one time I did talk about it via community post, I got shit for it. And rightfully so, because I worded it like an absolute cock. Particularly the very first sentence of the fucking thing. The post in question was basically just me reflecting and getting it off my chest, as I heard people getting death threats for it, which we'll get onto that. But pretty much I've thought more about it since making that fucking post, and these are my honest thoughts of it. And don't take my wording of this seriously, you know. The whole point of me making this is me to speak my mind, so take what I say with a grain of salt. And this time I'm going to separate the facts from my thoughts. And by the way, if I come across as bitter, I'm not, I promise. So in retrospect, as a standalone fact, All Engines Go is bad. As a Thomas product. As its own thing, as like a spin-off, if you will, like Sonic Boom almost, it works fine. But, you know, just because it's bad, just because it's factually shite as Thomas, doesn't mean you can't still enjoy it. If you like it, I hold no judgment against you. You like what you like. And despite coming across as overly blunt at times, trust me, I don't hate you for liking something I don't. Same with Magic Railroad to a lesser extent. Lots of people like that, but it's mostly agreed that it killed Thomas, to a degree. It's a different ballgame with Magic Railroad, granted, because there's magic and shit, but you know, people like that for certain things. Same with All Engines Go. As criminal as it is for me to watch personally, because I'll never enjoy it, if any of you guys watching this can sit through All Engines Go and get something out of it, I'm glad you can enjoy something that I can't. Visually, for most people, it's very jarring to see locomotives jumping the tracks, grabbing shit with their wheels, and doing things like 100-ton machines should not do. But that's where I stand with it being factually bad, quote-unquote, because visuals are important with anything. 95% of the time, if you see something that's being advertised and you fucking hate how it looks, you're not going to want to touch it. But in terms of story writing, I'm sure All Engines Go has something going for it. I've always thought the same with My Little Pony. How, you know, the fact it's got like magical ponies in it detracts me from watching it. I've always thought that, putting that aside, there's good stories in there. It's probably the same here. And again, if you're a brony watching this, I'm glad you can enjoy something I can't. The fact there's a fandom for My Little Pony should say something. And going back to All Engines Go, you know, the thing we're actually fucking talking about on this video. If you send death threats to All Engines Go fans, then you've fucking lost the argument. Like, what the fuck does that achieve? And again, it should go without saying, but don't be that much of a cunt on the internet. It's not that hard. And as said in the beginning of this, I might be overly blunt with some people, but there's a time and a place. We need to be more comfortable to say it how it is, or rather, say what we think. But there's a fine line to be drawn. If it's like something prejudice, then fuck you. But yeah, for those who wanted my like honest raw thoughts on it, there you go. So to summarize, just because All Engines Go is awful doesn't mean people are forbidden to like it. And if you watching this like it, put what specifically you like about it in the comments below. I'm all ears. Because again, as said earlier, I'm never going to watch it just because I can't bear the visuals, but I want to hear insight from people who have seen it and do enjoy it. So yeah, feel free to list off what you like about it in the comments. And apologies if I did sound like an arsehole, if at all. This is just my raw, honest thoughts. So if I come across as a penis, for lack of a better word, then I do apologise. But again, if you like All Engines Go, I don't hate you for it. So yeah, that's my unbiased, unfiltered thoughts on this. And as always, feel free to have your say in the comments below. But until then, you've been watching Scrapyard Studios, and I will see you soon.